Echo's second life. The forest no longer held her. For too long, Echo had haunted the glades where Narcissus had once walked, repeating his words, longing for his gaze. But no more. As his image dissolved in the silver waters of the pool, so too did her devotion to him. With quiet steps, she turned away. At first, she wandered aimlessly, a ghost of herself. The world was vast, but where did a nymph with no voice belong? She walked for days, moving through groves and valleys, past rivers that murmured to the stones, past cliffs that let the sky kiss their peaks. Though she could not speak her own words, she listened, and in listening, she heard things she had never noticed before. She heard the rustling of leaves that whispered secrets to the wind, the hum of bees as they danced between flowers, the song of the earth beneath her bare feet, and slowly, she began to understand. The world itself spoke, and she, who had thought herself cursed, could give its voice back. The Mountain of Voices. One day she came upon a great mountain where the sky touched the land. At its peak stood an ancient oracle, a woman draped in mist and wisdom, who spoke the words of the gods. Mortals traveled for miles to hear her prophecies, but her voice was frail, her body aged. The oracle saw Echo and smiled knowingly. "You carry silence like a burden, yet you have the gift of memory. Will you lend me your voice?" And Echo for the first time had a choice. She nodded. From that day forward, she lived beside the oracle, repeating the words of prophecy to those who sought wisdom. She became the voice of the unseen, the messenger of the forgotten, the keeper of the world's stories. In time, she was no longer just an echo of others, she became an echo of the gods themselves. The legacy of Echo years passed, and mortals spoke of her not as a lovesick nymph, but as something greater. They called her the guardian of voices, the spirit who ensured no words were lost to time. And though her voice still carried the speech of others, she had found something Narcissus never had. A purpose beyond longing, a life beyond love lost. She had left the glade of sorrow and found herself upon the mountain of eternity. She had become immortal, not in body, but in memory. And even now, when voices call across the mountains, or when the wind carries the words of the lost, they say Echo still listens, whispering back so that no voice, no story is ever truly forgotten. The lesson of Echo's second life. Her story did not end with Narcissus. She reminds us that unrequited love is not the end of our journey, it is only the beginning of something greater. We are more than who we love. We are more than what we lose. We are the stories we choose to tell.